My name is Matt, this is Blue. We are a team in terms of film. Blue is the director on pretty much everything else. And so what this is going to be a video log for, it's going to be a video log.
You know, when I was a kid, I was really taken by Lord of the Rings, by film, by creativity. I was very blessed to have some really good friends. And that's when we did our first film, Chaunted. Did it in our back shed. Actually, the room that I built, that I'm living in now, is the room, the first room we filmed in, made a movie in. It was a great experience, you know, a lot of fun, didn't take ourselves too seriously, bit of silliness. We had something at the end of it, you know, and that was a really awesome feeling to create. But after that, I guess, I don't know what got, you know, stuck into us, but we decided to really up the game a bit. And so we decided to go and do a big location shoot down in Balingup, which is south of where I live. And so we get up. I'd written this big script called Angus Deception, and it was all about sort of like this medieval guy loses his wife, and then he goes on this big journey. He hunts and tracks the man or the thing who killed his wife, even though I was only like 13 or 14. But yeah, so we had a grave scene, and that was so much fun. And yeah, it was a great time, you know, just be on location, out away filming, working on this thing, and you just work hard, like you just work. It's just pure. It's just like a purity. You're just going after something, and it's a great feeling to think only of some things and to have a good laugh and to get stuck into each other. It's just a community, you know. It's a great feeling to have. And I guess those were the first major ones we did until I went to university. You know, I've always been writing, like I always wrote scripts, always. But I guess it didn't really kick into a higher gear until I went to university, which was great, right? It made me want to work or need to work. So we did, you know, documentaries. One was on the Red Cross. I was a sound guy for that one. That was really cool, you know, it was a good experience. I guess I had a bit of silliness as well. My silliness streak didn't really leave me, you know. So, you know, just the Ocker, Australian crazy guy. That was another thing I did. And then it went into a bit more of a serious mode, you know, a couple years into the degree. I produced a film called Stellanox for my friend Rakib. And this was a great film, like we really sort of hit it hard. Went out, it's a lot of fun, big learning curve for myself. And I also, in the same time, I actually made a behind the scenes featurette. So I had my camera with me at the same time I was producing, and I filmed us filming and making a movie. And I got a lot of enjoyment out of that. I got a lot of, you know, I just really enjoyed looking at the craft and looking how other people were going about their craft. You know, there's just an intensity that people have with creativity. So I really enjoyed making my behind the scenes film of it. And I guess that's also a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now, right? So not only am I making a film, but I'm going to be doing a vlog for it.
Instalment is a love story that deals with spirituality, truth, lie, and self-discovery.
My name is Matt and I am the producer of Stellanox. Essentially our task was to, as a group of university students, come together and produce an effective piece of drama, create a narrative that was compelling and that sort of captivated an audience.
Okay, so next, in uni still, I made a documentary for Project Bunbury. It was good, I learned a lot. It's just not really my thing, to be honest. I enjoyed doing it, but it's not my thing. I also did, I kind of asked my teacher if she wouldn't mind me doing a film for one of my assignments for photography, and I was, again, a bit of silliness, just creativity, making my own costume. I just love that shit. I can't get enough of it, you know. And then I guess the two big ones that I want to talk about are the deciding ones of what I want to mesh together for this new film. So this film was called Descend. It was about drop bears, and I made that I think in my second year of university, whilst at the same time I was doing university. So this wasn't for university, but it was about drop bears, and it was a horror, and it was a location shoot, and it was good fun. And yes, I was in it. I can't help myself. I learned a lot. I did a very bad job as directing this film, writing it as well. I just didn't put enough effort into this film. It came out okay, but you know, it had a lot of good things about it, it had a lot of bad things about it, and mostly that was my fault. And this film here, this is a music video that I did for a local band. I think I'd been playing heaps of Halo, and I just had Space Marines in my head. So I wanted to do something in that regard. And yeah, did all the costumes myself. Just did a lot of this stuff myself. So as you see, there's costumes there. Filmed up in Perth for a night or two. Used the studio as well. Had a pretty cool group of people working with me as well. I'm taking a lot of influence actually from these two films, the music video and the Drop Dead one, and I actually want to mesh them together. So that's my film idea. I want to do the science fiction thing and the monster movie together, because it's what I want to do. I don't want to make some art house flick or a political film. I just want to have fun with this stuff, and I want whoever's watching it to have fun. I mean, that looks badass, right? Look at it, just walking towards the camera like that. Such a cool moment, you know? When you create something like that, it's so cool. And I know a lot of people had fun with it. I mean, I think the costumes really worked there, and I'll do an even better job, I think, next time around doing it. So, and that's where it's at, you know. I really want to make a cool project that I really enjoy doing, and have fun with it. And I'm not going to take it seriously. It's not some big political statement. It's just fun and entertainment. And as long as we get a good end result.
But I have a lot of sequences in my head. It's going to be very old school sort of props and set designs. So it's going to be miniatures. I'm going to try to limit as much as blue screen, green screen as I can. I'm going to be, definitely my influence would be Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson. I've seen all the behind the scenes appendices so many times with so many great ideas and skills that can be used. And so that's going to be sort of a big sort of thing, so very practical effects. I'll show you in a minute. I've got a shed just here that I'm going to slowly but surely turn into a studio. Now you might be like, well, it's just a shed. Some great fucking observational skills there, mate. Yeah, it's just a shed. But it's going to double, you know, I'm going to be able to build my spaceship in there. I'm going to be able to do, you know, set design in there. I'm going to be able to make my costumes in there. It's just a space for work.
Probably
it's
not.
going to be great. It's going to be
Okay,
really
so pretty
beneficial.
much, this is my old boy's work shed. And it's a fucking pigsty, and I've somehow convinced him to move it down to another shed so I can have this shed as my studio. So, try to get a light happening situation. Still can't really see fuck all. It's me and Blue, till such as a time as I need to get more actors and stuff in. But at the most part, to keep costs down, I will be choosing to do all the building myself, everything, costumes, painting, set. But I really enjoy that stuff, so that's not a problem. As I said, the idea of this is more so about like keep accountability with an audience, build an audience, share what I can, what I know. Maybe there's something that I'm doing that might really shed a lot of light on what somebody else is doing. Maybe someone's going to see something that I'm having an issue with and might be able to share and help me. You know, let's try to make it a community. You know, but mostly like accountability. Sunday is my vlog day, so Sunday is when I edit, hopefully, and get the stuff together. Hi, buddy.
I'm not really too concerned with budgeting. Mostly it's going to be obviously just cycled second-hand materials. In terms of scripting, I'm currently in the middle of a first draft. But because of the nature of how this project is going to be, it's probably going to be very, how do I put it? So I'm going to be working on the set design and the costumes at the same time that I'm working on the script. For the most part, big set pieces won't change, but some of the dialogue might, a bit of the story might, but other than that, you know,
That's better, buddy. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. So yeah, so this is me and Blue, and this is, I guess, the first of hopefully many vlogs. And yeah, let's try and achieve something. I really want to, I guess, try something and really give my all and have a level of consistency. And I would like for you to join, share the journey, share it. You know, this is something where I also want to build a community around. You know, I think that's what art should be in some aspects. It's about community. The first thing for me though is I guess, scripting and clearing my spaces. So I want to get my spaces ready to be able to then start work on design, pre-production, heavy pre-production, especially scripting, and I have rough costume stuff for the most part. That'll probably be in the next vlog where I'm at. But yeah, so I'd like to thank you, and so would Blue, wouldn't you, buddy? I'd like to thank the audience, and have a wicked week, and hopefully I get to upload these once a week, the latest a fortnight. But yeah, cool, thank you.